And the last thing it does is just like the message that I got on Facebook, it demonstrates unthreatened leadership. Since we know that our leadership is strengthened most by not withholding things from others, but by giving and lifting others, that's when we're the very best leaders. If you're a leader, if you have people reporting to you in any capacity, if you've got that, if you're a leader and you just don't want to give away power, you don't want to empower, you don't want people to know what you know, you're threatened by it. Oh, if they know it, maybe I won't be needed. So many people in leadership positions really aren't leading because everybody's looking at them. And if you're doing that, guess what? Everybody knows it. And it minimizes trust. But if you're like, wow, you've got this strength, let's figure out how you can best use that. Let's figure out how you can best develop that. And you shine that light and let them shine their light. Boy, people are going to trust you. They're going to want to follow you. They're going to want to be around you. And even if somebody else rises that can fill your position, well, as you multiply yourself, expansion's going to happen. And who knows, next thing, you may not be just the director of this little group. As people expand and rise up and more people are developed, you may end up being the director of a much larger group that's got a lot more resources at your disposal and for you personally. The next thing is that other people's successes, as we push them up, may create opportunities for us and others going forward. What if you help somebody see something that they didn't see in themselves and they developed it and started some new business, some new organization, some new endeavor, and there might end up being a place for you in that. Guess who's going to be on their first on their list to call when they realize that, hey, there's a need for something that you've got the opportunity and the abilities to fill. They're going to call you first. And the last thing is that when you push other people up, you are seeing value and potential regardless of the circumstances. There may be people around you who have value and who have potential that has not been recognized and is not manifest. But one of the things of an uplifter and of a leader is that they see beyond the immediate. One of the things about leaders is they know how to cast vision. They see beyond the immediate. They see the potential. They see the gifts and the strengths that are hidden, maybe to other people and often to others, but they see them and then they go out of their way to help develop them and help lift those people up who in turn are going to be able to lift up those around them. So we're going to take a break and we're going to come back with a few personal applications.
Jeff will be back shortly to wrap up today's message. This is Gabriela, still on the scene today with Talk Network Radio. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Empowered Living with Jeff Byrd. If you've missed any part of today's message, you can hear it again online, as well as the entire archive of Empowered Living at www.talknetworkradio.com or search keyword #Empowered Living. We would like to acknowledge our music partners, Sound Ideas for Corporate to the Max, and Kevin MacLeod for Airport Lounge. Any scriptures read during this broadcast are from the New American Standard Version of the Holy Bible. If you would like to learn more about Jeffrey Byrd Coaching, visit www.jeffbyrdcoaching.com. That is JEFFBYRD coaching.com. Do a Facebook search for @CoachingRocks or drop Jeff a line at jeff@jeffbyrdcoaching.com. Again, JEFFBYRD coaching.com. Let Jeff's Coaching Rocks be the building blocks of your empowered success. Now, let's go back to Jeff for the rest of today's message.
And welcome back. If you're just tuning in, I'm Jeff Byrd with Jeffrey Byrd Coaching, and this is Empowered Living. Today we've been talking about pushing others up. And a few takeaways that I want to talk about as we close out today are, number one of the best ways I think that you can find out others' strengths are to ask good questions that give them a chance to really express themselves. I asked the question on Facebook the other day. I said at the beginning of this broadcast, and somebody, just in asking that question, somebody noticed a strength I had that I wasn't even thinking about. and was able to respond, and that really lifted me up in the process of lifting others up. But I also have a monthly networking group called Empowered Networking, and that's here in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area. If you are interested, you can drop me a line at jeff@jeffbyrdcoaching.com, and I'll get you the newsletter out and get you the details of that so that you can join us. But one of the things I do each month is that we pick a topic and I ask questions. And people that I have known for years have come and responded in these groups, and I have heard wisdom come out of their mouths that I never knew existed. And I thought, oh my goodness, wow, there's so much more going on there than I ever understood, just because I wasn't asking the right questions and giving them a chance to really reveal who they were and their best thinking. So often we need to create an environment in which we can really get to other people's strengths. In normal environments, they may not be evident, but in asking questions, getting their wisdom, getting their input, we can often find out what their strengths are that we can value, that we can create opportunities for, that we can help grow. Number 2 is just look for the good in other people. You know, it's so easy to get our mindset kind of negatively and focused on all the bad things or the things that aren't going the way we want or what so-and-so did or didn't do that we didn't like. But we can just as easily, with practice, tune that dial, tune it into looking for the good, giving people the benefit of the doubt, looking for the right motives, the right attitudes, the right words and actions that are coming from others. And when we see that, point it out. Let them shine. Give them the spotlight to shine. This isn't a prideful thing. This is, oh, we're so great. We're doing good things to be noticed. It's not that. We're just living out and creating the opportunity for others to live out from the beauty of just being themselves. Exercising their natural God-given gifts and interests and aptitudes and just developing those and then just pointing them out and watching the value that adds to people around them and to our world. Number 3 is when we start seeing and discovering these strengths and seeing the good, let's connect people. Let's connect them with opportunities to use their strength. That somebody that we know might have a need and somebody else we know has a strength that can meet that need. Let's put them together. People appreciate connectors. Connection is a good thing. Or we can say, hey, you know, here's a person and they seem to have some aptitude in this area, but it needs to be developed. Let's connect them to some books, to some resources, to some seminars, to podcasts, YouTube videos, TED Talks. There's so many things out here these days that can build people who have some aptitudes and who have a willingness to be developed. Not everybody does, but the ones that do, they're the ones to pour our energy into and help connect them with opportunities to develop and use their strengths. And then the last one is, number 4, is strengthen any culture that you happen to be in. A corporate culture, a church culture, a family culture, a community culture, whatever culture you're in, even just with your friends. Strengthen that culture by highlighting the good in others and showing how the good in them benefits other people. We all need to know that we're making a difference in the world. We all need to know that our life is relevant somehow. Often, I work with a lot of senior communities, and often in the senior communities, we see that the seniors who know that their life has value, even if it's caring for a pet or a plant, they're caring, something else is dependent on. They're making a difference in the life of something else, and they know that. And when we know that our lives make a difference on a small or large level to many people, boy, that really strengthens us and strengthens people and gives us good motivation to go on, gives us reason to overcome the challenges that come to us all, to keep making a difference, to keep moving forward, to keep growing and developing ourselves. And as we do that, as we see that good in others, if it's possible, just let's create opportunities for them to lead and reproduce their giftedness in others who can benefit from them, who have a similar type aptitudes and giftedness and can learn. Let's find those people who have something to share and encourage them and create opportunities as we're able for them to share that into other lives who can also shine. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jeff Byrd with Jeffrey Byrd Coaching, and this has been Empowered Living.